Hello there, it is me, Timothy Lund.
And hello there, my name is Rebecca.
And welcome to the first Anime UK of 2022. Woo!
Yay!
So yeah, this is our first show of 2022. Good to actually be here. Good that this show actually made it into into its second year. You don't know how many shows don't make it into their second year. So I guess technically this is the start of season 2.
Yeah.
This is season 2's beginning. So as I said, first episode of 2022. It's been a bit slow, so that's actually been reason why we haven't put anything out until now. Also, we probably won't be putting something out like a long episode like this until after MianiCon, because both me and Rebecca running events at MianiCon, and
I'm making cosplay.
She's making cosplay. Actually, I'm making some cosplay bits. Some of them actually even Rebecca doesn't know about yet. For a group cosplay with someone who she doesn't even know about. Actually, the person group cosplaying he doesn't even know. Now he'll be cool because we already got another group. So I found out something. I was like, yeah, I know what cosplay I'm going to do. So hopefully surprise you at MianiCon with it. But so yeah, so that until after MianiCon, we won't get a big long video like this, but doesn't mean, I think more what we're going to try and do is I call it the Clownfish TV approach, because they normally put videos out when like fresh news is breaking. So if something like really major happened, let's say Funimation just exploded into 1,000 flames, literally I would probably I'll call up Rebecca and be like, "Yo, Rebecca, are you free?" And if she is, and she's not, and we'll just quickly like, "Okay, this is what's going on, and this is like my opinion on it." So it won't be like a big long episode like this. So I guess it would be a sort of side thing. And plus, I'm saying I'm doing some scripted videos. So yeah, you may have seen the first one out, the correct one. And I think Rebecca.
We're also planning like some other bits as well. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll be meeting up next week and doing some.
Yeah, we're hopefully
bits.
Going out somewhere next week, so that would be nice.
Not in that way.
Not in that way. No, I didn't mean it in that way.
But
yeah, we're going.
There's just some bits that we've been saying to do about a year or so.
Yeah, so somewhere we've been wanting to go, and I've been. Rebecca hasn't. My friend took me, and I think I showed Rebecca, and Rebecca was like, "Oh my god, I gotta go." And yes, so we're finally hopefully getting to go next week. Well, actually, they've opened a new branch, so actually I'm really excited. For the first time I'll actually get to see the new branch for the first time. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. So yeah, so hopefully there'll be some scripted videos out, and hopefully
it might be an unboxing.
Oh yeah, an unboxing. So there still will be videos. There's still as you may notice, our new nice format like this. We changed it around a bit. As I said, it'll just make a way less editing for me. You may be noticing that small Amy is on the screen doing the Sonic thing. But yeah, so pretty much. Shall we get straight into it? Shall we have this not be a 1,000-hour episode? So I'll talk about our first thing today. That is, of course, we've got to talk about Hololive. Hololive, because major news has broken. So what is that major news has broken about the concerts?
They're coming. EN and first gen of EN and ID are going to be in the next Hololive 3D concert. Of course, I'm not sure what form they will take yet, but
is it going to be the 2D models?
I don't know. It's hard to know. It's really hard to know due to whatever's happening in Japan right now.
Yes, I would say I have been looking at Japan's, and it is a bit of a anybody trying to get in is absolutely. I think there's been protests this week, or is it next week coming up? Like all over the world. I know PewDiePie's been involved. I've not watched this video yet. Of course, there's a lot of people waiting to start jobs and stuff, and so it is. It'll be interesting. I have a theory. Maybe they're able to somehow get the girls into a studio in their native land, and maybe they're able to sort of transmit the information they will need to do the concerts to all the way to Japan somehow.
It's hard to know, really, because like they're all over the place. Like,
that's what I'm a bit.
One person's in one country, some people are in another country.
And I think they're different sides of that country, and it's a very big country.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, and saying that was my one thing. Because the weird thing, it doesn't. I mean, I guess if they're going to be performing together and stuff, maybe there is a way they found a studio more local to the girls.
Or as probably like something like they managed to get the business visa in that window where. Yeah. And sorry, Pewds. You're not a business visa. Hololive is a business. I think stuff like entertainers is probably easier to get in.
Yeah, I guess so, because I think because if you're a citizen, you can like enter and leave. So it's not a case they like shut the border to everyone. It's a case of if you're not a citizen. And I know a friend out there he's not a citizen, and he wanted to come back this year to see his family, and he can't, because if he left, he wouldn't be allowed back in. He has a job in Japan, but he's not a citizen. He's only been there, he's not been there long enough to be a citizen. I think that also happened to abroad in Japan. He was going to come back to England, but he said for like 2 years this has been the thing he'd been looking forward to. And literally days before he was due to jet back off to England, they ended up shutting everything again. So yeah, it has been quite a frustrating experience for those involved. As you said, of course, we only want to go as tourists, but it's still like I got to plan like work stuff, and I can't just like go. And that's kind of the thing. If I plan on my thing and they shut the borders, or the borders don't open, that's kind of potentially my holiday gone. And it's not like I can try again later. It's kind of like I have one shot. Of course, I know there are people that have absolutely who are like waiting to go and stuff, and that it really sucks.
There's people just given up on working in Japan, just gone to Korea instead.
Yeah, that one I'm a bit like if it comes to September and Japan's not open, I'm like, I think I may just go to America. Do you want to go to Disneyland, Rebecca?
Or be an annoying Disney tourist.
Yeah, I want to be an annoying Disney tourist. Do you wanna sing "We Don't Talk About Bruno"?
I've not watched that film yet.
I haven't either. I actually do want to watch it now, because it's actually #1 in the UK charts.
It beat Let It Go, for goodness sakes.
Beat Let It Go. Only thing about this now, it means Belle probably is not going to win the Oscar. It's like, that's why like we had a good year. I thought this film, like, and the fact it was just weird that it's like after the film's come out, it's like people were lukewarm to it, but now everyone's going crazy about it. It's like I'm just sitting there going, yeah, I think this has probably now got the Oscar wrapped up. So
when they're gonna when's the musical?
Yeah, the musical. Yeah, we should go. We've got to see the Frozen musical. I think we talked about it in another episode.
Yeah,
and the Oscar, the dub voice actor, not the original voice, the Netflix one, the not so good one. She was Anna in it. So yeah, that was.
Yeah.
So I'm making this look more like casual. I got like a big jug of Coke. I just wanted to look like I'm happy to be here. Yeah. No, it's just weird. The childhood comes out and it's like nobody really seemed to care, and then all of a sudden everyone's gone, "Oh my god, it's great! It's amazing! It's now #1 in the UK's charts." So we're talking about Hololive, and we ended up talking about Frozen.
Yeah.
And you excited for this concert because?
Yeah.
Well, you've been buying tickets. I haven't checked what I'm on yet, so it may not be worth me buying tickets.
To number, but the ones that I fan of, they're all on the same day.
Yeah, so you're probably just going to go on Saturday. So I haven't checked what day I'm on.
Yeah, it's probably going to be like quite early in the morning.
Yeah. It will be, because it'll be Japan time.
Quite early in the morning.
Yeah.
I think it's like the weekend after Minami.
Oh, nice. So you got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
What songs do you think they'll sing?
They're not. I don't think they'll sing the whole group song.
No.
Because they're all between one day, but they'll probably like.
Yeah.
I mean, like they've at least got. Well, everyone's at least got one cover.
Yeah.
And like, Ina and Gura have their own original songs. Callie and Kiara have quite a few songs.
Yeah. Cool. As I was saying, so it's the weekend after MianiCon, and is that April? Oh no,
that's March.
March.
Dingus.
Dingus. So maybe we could do a live reaction to it or something if we thingy it.
Yeah, it's like I had to see what's going on around then because it's my nephew's birthday. See if I get invited. See if we get invited to birthday. What's it? Yeah. Always a drag.
Yeah. As I said, so there's other Hololive stuff that's happened since we last, and I'll go on to it. There's been more new outfits. How many new outfits do these girls need? Because like last time we were talking about new outfits, and
to be honest, the party outfits were announced in September.
Yeah, I think they were delayed.
They were delayed. The New Year's outfits were on the cards for January.
Yeah.
But it's not just Myth who's got a new outfit.
No, it's not.
So it's Council. Iris is getting one eventually, but there's been a few delays in the rigging.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's like, with Gura's second outfit, she has so many rigging problems with it.
Yeah. So we got actual two sets of new outfits in like one night. It's shortly after getting said new outfits for. It just feels weird within a month. It's like you wait ages for them to get a new outfit, and it's like 2 come along in a month. I do love.
Yeah, I mean, like Gen 6 have their New Year's outfits, but in Japan, New Year's is more their Christmas. So
yeah, no, it's a big deal. It's a huge deal to Japan New Year's.
Laplace has the best New Year's outfit, by the way.
Oh yeah,
it is so tacky, yet so great.
Yeah, I saw hers. Oh god, I just love the new short-haired Mume. I
know, she's got beret as well.
Mume's just showing up everywhere recently. I just noticed she's been collabing with everything and everything.
Even I think Mume's my cat's favourite VTuber.
Does she like?
Yeah, she likes Mume.
Yeah, I mean, I was like before this, I was watching parts of a stream, Guru stream, and Mume was there. And it was just like Mume is just showing up like everywhere in Hololive right now.
She's got a song to promote.
Yeah, probably why, but it's just really sweet. I'm surprised she's not showing up on Trash Taste yet. I know it's what's her name showed up this week.
Kason
showed up this week, so like Mume is going to take over the world. Where is Mume from? I've forgotten which country she's actually.
I don't know. I think I don't really paid much attention to where most of the Holos live.
Yeah.
Because it kind of takes away some of the appeal.
Yeah. I was just trying to figure out if she's in Japan or not. That's all I was more thinking.
No, Mume's not in Japan.
Oh, that's what I was more trying to figure out. It's like, if she's in Japan, she probably would show up on their show, but if she's not...
I don't think Mume's Japan.
No. So she's probably... No, I was just saying... but they have really nice new outfits. Of course, it's the kimonos... putting Myth's ones back up. Ina's
is beautiful.
Ina's probably got Ina always seems to get the nicest outfits. Oh god, that hair! If anyone wants
that hair's going to be a wig nightmare.
Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing the first person who attempt. You know, people are just going to like make little things to put in. I do like Ami's one. A certain VTuber liked Ami's one so much. She started making out.
Like the fish.
Weird. Yeah, and she has the fish that can go on her head as well. I like short-haired Callie as well. I do like Callie's one.
Yeah.
And Gura's one.
Yeah, Gura's is nice. I want that dress.
The Gura one's actually really nice. I think actually this time there's normally like one I can point out that I don't like, or
there's not
one that I like the least. They actually for their first one. And
Cronies is really nice. It's very traditional-esque.
Yeah.
And you get a little snake friend.
Yeah. Oh yes, the snake.
Of course.
The snake friend.
And the fan.
And the fan, yeah, no, it is really nice that she can hit people.
Phase is really nice as well.
Yeah. This is it, like I guess I like the outfits where they change their hair a lot, so it feels like, and then they can. I like it when they, for the models, they can change like the hairstyle. Like what Amy can do now with her other one, she can have the long hair. She's not done long hair with her actual original model yet. Do you think they'll ever do that?
There has been a drawing with it.
Yeah. Just weird.
Not...
Yeah. You think, well, now they got the model to do it. I know they'd probably have to model it so the hat.
They're probably saving it for like Valentine's or something like that.
I really spoke. I know she's done it with her second outfit, but she's not done it with the fact that they've gone through the trouble. But as I said, with the hat, it's probably more of the hat.
Yeah.
Probably it needs to sit right. I don't think you can just chunk that. I mean, I don't know too much. I tried the 2D model once, and it's oh my god.
Rigging is lots of. It's very layers, very onion, very Shrek.
Yeah, very Shrek. It is like you need to draw like every possible outcome. Essentially, it's not like the computer will figure it out for you. Anything more you want to say about Hololive before? Or you don't?
Yes, I've got more Hololive merch pre-ordered.
Oh god, you're just always gonna order more Hololive stuff.
No, some people are a lot worse.
Oh no, I've seen people online and they just got like 1 million like stuff. I mean, we went around Comic-Con and like tried to find Hololive stuff. There's only really one store that had a lot.
Yeah.
There was another store that had a one sticker. Yeah. It was like one sticker outside of this one store. It was like one sticker.
If you have Hololive stuff, I will most likely buy it from you.
The thing I'm concerned about now is all those horrible bootleg stores with those T-shirts with the black sleeves that are just really horribly been printed.
I won't be buying bootlegs though.
Yeah, I know you can say, well, there's no official merchandise, or the official merchandise hard to get. But I'm just like, I just don't want to give money to those people. I mean, luckily last NCM there wasn't. It was more London Film Comic-Con. I saw that sort of stall.
Yeah, I think with the Report one, they're like, no, thank you to bootlegs.
Yeah. Just pointing about London Film Comic-Con, I will be at the spring edition of London Film Comic-Con. I don't know should I go to Popeyes again? I actually went back to Popeyes. We need to go. We do need to take you to Popeyes. Do you want to go to Popeyes at some point?
Yes, I would like to go to Popeyes at some point.
We need to get you biscuit. We need to get you biscuit and chicken. God, the chicken strips are to die for. But yeah, shall we move on to our next thing about movie news? Big movie news for you UK.
We've got a couple of anime movies coming out in the UK.
Yeah, we actually have, within a week of each other, I realised I got it in the wrong order. Yeah. We have 2 full releases. First we got Funimation, and they got Sing a Bit Harmony, which I've not seen yet, and I will be going to see. That comes out on the 28th of the 1st.
So it ends 28th first, which is Friday the 28th.
28th, the same day the new Pokemon game comes out. That I'm looking very much forward to playing. It's like Breath of the Wild, Pokemon, Dash Demon Slayer.
I say it's very different from all the other ones.
Yes, no, it is going to be very different. It's good, it's different. I want it to be different. I didn't even get through that last remake because it was too much of the same. Anyway, so Sing a Bit of Harmony comes out. I'm looking forward to seeing this film. Always a treat to see anime in the cinema. Just so weird to saying it's like my local cinema now. It has it in for like almost a week. So the fact is that I'm not going to miss out. Like before, I'd be lucky if it was in my local cinema. And if it was, it would be like one night only. And it would always be a night I'm working or I'm in early the next day. And of course, the week after the film, we've already seen, and there is a review for it on our channel. So do look it up. Of course, we got Belle coming out on the 4th. Very excited to see how this will go down. for everyone.
I've seen a couple of people it's come out in America. A lot of people like making cos. Quite a couple of people making
I saw
Belle's dresses.
I saw Belle cosplay at MCM, so they must have been in one of the same screenings of us, or they just really like the design that they've already decided to go for.
I mean, like a couple, some of the big name cosplayers had a go at making some of the dresses, and the progress on them looks absolutely flipping fantastic.
Yeah, I hope Belle's really, really big. As I said, I think it's now going to struggle to win the Oscar with but if it gets nominated, that'd just be nice. It would just be nice.
Yes,
it gets
win would be nice, but win would be nice, but I really would like to see a nomination.
A nomination would be it's kind of like one of these things. It's very hard to beat Disney - Pixar. You just kind of hope really the year you're going to win is the year they just really have an off year, and it almost looked like
the year you almost look like you're going to win. Then Disney released one with a meme song, and then
It's kind of it's one of those things. Yeah, it's the when Disney, I guess, are at the best. There's no dealing with them. There's no. But yeah, no. I'm excited to see everyone. I definitely will be going to see this again. I probably will go and see it dubbed this time. So I've seen the dub.
There's not as much dub screenings where I am, but I do want to go see it again. But just trying to decide when would be the best time to do it.
Yeah. As I said, my local cinema, they said they'll take it. They had the Sword Art movie in for a week, and they'll show it once a day dubbed, once a day subbed. So it's nice that you got the option.
Yeah, it's like I like my nice cinema that I like to go to.
Yeah.
But Dodgy Cinema's got the dub, but I like the nice cinema because I can get a nice cup of coffee, and it's a smaller business. Yeah,
I know what you mean. I mean, my Empire actually is really nice. They have like recliner seats, so you can like lay back and go, this is nice. Yes. And yeah, it's one of those things. It's nice. So I'm looking forward. Hopefully everybody will go and buy tickets and go and tell their friends to buy tickets and go and tell their dogs to buy tickets and their grandma to buy tickets and their cat, and we can get Belle nominated, at least nominated for an Oscar, because it deserves at least a nomination. But who knows? Every anime movie has its day. Maybe it can go all the way against Disney.
Sure.
Disney. Anything else you'd like to add to these two movies? Anything else you started?
I don't think so. I think we said everything. Go see them.
Shall we go on to our last thing of the day?
Yep.
We are today, of course.
Since this is a new season. Today we're going to talk about
anime reboots. Of course, start of the year, probably one of the only big news, and I'm absolutely going to butcher this anime's name. They have announced a reboot of
USA Yatsura.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, because I did not want to say it, because I always bugger that how it said. They announced it. It's been made by Studio David of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fame, so we already know these people are in good hands. Hopefully.
Apparently, it's been buzzing around Sakuga, all the Sakuga Twitter stuff for a while.
Yeah,
all stuff, the animation stuff, like, oh, David's working on the USA Yatsura reboot. Some people say it's unneeded, but it does. But at the same time,
I will say actually the show, the 80s show, does hold up. It's not like the original Gundam, which and even people who like the original Gundam will admit this, saying its animation is very 70s and it could do with nicer animation. Like I think we were randomly watching Japanese TV, and I think something like Gundam Zelta or ZZ, something like one of the Gundams that came slightly afterwards, and its animation is so much better. Like I'm sitting there going, today this would still be pretty watchable. And then I was sitting down watching the original, and I'm like, wow, this is very, very still. Not a lot of course, people do love the original. This is something very much you would have to grow up with a lot, especially over here. Everybody over here really likes Gundam Wing because that was the first Gundam to really come out over here.
Yeah.
And when I met the creator,
it was on flipping Toonami.
It was on Toonami, so that was like people's first exposure. So to a lot of people, Gundam Wing is almost a center to the universe. But outside, I mean, it's popular in other places. Don't get me wrong, it's still popular and well liked. It's just that it's not as central to the universe as other people. Like Gundam Wing is just another Gundam in Japan. Well, in England, it's the Gundam. It's the Gundam. Pretty much everyone remembers. I think they did release the original Gundam movies. Because this is weird. When I met the Gundam creator, he said he never ever spoke to an English fan or UK fan before, and he was generally shocked. And even like the translator was saying to me, he said he's actually generally shocked that someone from the UK is, because he legit thought his show. And he's like, oh, please tell me the rundown. And I explained to him, I said, Gundam Wing aired on TV, and that was pretty much. And I like the translator, I could hear him translate, oh, Gundam Wing, and then he was like, oh, cool. It's just it's more like I'm just happy people have seen have been thinking to my universe. Yeah, so today I guess we're going to talk about what makes a good anime reboot and what makes a bad anime reboot. So I think the first thing we got to say is what's counted as an anime reboot. In my eyes, and even stuff like Watch Mojo, I think mislists some anime in their list. I see a reboot as a total start of a new canon.
Yes.
You may be able to reference maybe the original canon. I'm thinking of a certain reboot that does, but technically this must be a new take on the series. It's not a continuation. Like I saw one of the bad anime we had Digimon Try. I wouldn't count that as a reboot. I count that as a sequel. Same with something like Card
Captor. It's more of a sequel.
Card Captor Clear Card is not a. While I would consider Sailor Moon Crystal a reboot, because essentially it goes over the same thing. Stuff like Hunter x Hunter, the new Hunter x Hunter, that's reboot. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, reboot, because it goes over stuff they already. But something like the more recent D.gray-man series, that's not a reboot because it
never got released outside Japan.
And that is just a continuation, or is material that could exist. And then we get to Tenchi Muyo, that just feels the need to reboot itself every single thing. I am still mad about Tenchi in Tokyo. They're going, no, this is a whole new canon. Do you remember our origin story initially? Like, no, we can just accept the Tenchi universe was this unit. No, don't make it. Oh God, I'm having some bad flashbacks. Oh God.
Fair.
There. Tenchi is a very touchy subject. So I'm looking through, and I presume Rebecca will put a few reboots out there. But I think Fruits Basket. Okay, we'll talk about Fruits Basket first, because we actually
that's a good example of the reboot.
Basket. I totally misspelled Fruits Basket.
For goodness sake.
So let's have a look. There's a lovely picture here. The problem with the original Fruits Basket is, I've already said this, is that ending is god awful, to the point where I would call it a Dark Ball ending. Dark Ball, I think I'm talking about Shuei's thinking of a piece of his Pokemon reviews, where how high the ball, and he has a ranking called Dark Ball, where he says, no, this ranking is literally for a piece of an episode that he thinks the lore is so bad that it's damaging. Yeah, I would give the original Fruits Basket ending a Dark Ball ending. It was it was bad. Of course, they only could cover what was written at the time. They mistakenly don't set something up, meaning that if they did go back in for season 2, it would have been very hard for them to pull off the manga's ending.
It would not be able to pull off the twist.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to pull off the twist, because they kind of showed something that meant that the twist would have not made sense. Of course, the new reboot, it looks nicer. Of course, it's gone with the newer art style, because the manga artists started drawing the newer art style, and I think that was part of the reboot deal, that They couldn't use the original. There is something nice about that's like probably one of the only nice things I can say about the original. The art style, there is kind of a charm to that sort of early 2000s. Even though this is gorgeous as well. There is a nice charm to this stuff. But yeah, my God, it's just like the original, the new one. I mean, that is the basic example. It's taken the original, it's realized the mistakes, the stuff it tried to rush through. As I said, there's more than one season in the reboot, meaning that characters actually get their payoffs. While in the original, it felt like there was a lot of setup, a very rushed ending, probably on one of the most stupidest parts of the original. Even in the reboot, I was like, oh God, this part's still here. Do I really need the crazy monster?
It's stupid.
It's stupid. I'm sorry.
I love
Fruits Basket. I will still admit the whole stupid monster bit was just dumb. Even that, I think they're like, we're not going to make a overly big deal. It's going to be over and done within an episode, and we're not really going to bring it. It's only going to be brought up as this is going to be your future. Like, it's not. It's like in the original when they make it a humongous deal. I think they leave it on a cliffhanger and stuff. While in this, they kind of do it all in one episode. So I'd say Fruits Basket is another fine example of a reboot. I'm going to talk quickly about probably the fastest anime reboot I can ever think of. Do you know what it is? Like,
is that Nagima reboot?
No, it's not the Nagima reboot. There was actually another anime series that was released in 2002, and by 2006 there was a full-on reboot.
Canon.
Yes. Canon. Of course, I think the original was released by Toei. I thank you, Rebecca. I'd forgotten their name. It had been released by Toei Animation, and my God, just look at the main character. I'm just trying to get a better picture of the main character in this version. He just looks ugly. The main character. He's like has this humongous chin. And literally, I think it ran for about 12 episodes, and it wasn't very good. It wasn't very good, and it's just and literally within a few years, it had
due to the success of Air.
Due to the Air adaptation, they decided to actually remake it. And let's see if I can find a nice picture of I can't find it. Canon 2006. God, I remember downloading Canon 2006 as it came out. There we are. There is like an image. And oh my God, it looks so much. It's one of those things you cannot believe how better this version looks. It's like the effects they use, the snow effects. It's really good. I mean, I will admit it's kind of a very basic series, and I will admit I think the reboot does go on for maybe a bit too long, but still, it's gorgeous. It's really, really gorgeous. So that's another really good reboot. Can we think of a bad reboot? I can think of one. Rebecca?
Trying to think.
I know of one.
What?
I know one really terrible anime reboot, and everybody hated it. You may know it because I keep referencing the main theme of one of the main characters. That's been Berserk.
Berserk?
Yeah. Berserk.
The original series and the Golden Age movies are... I've never seen them, but they've got good write-ups.
Yeah.
But that blooming what's it?
It's just the 3D animation. I think I've got a clip of it here. I'm just seeing if I haven't got that. It's just the way his mouth moves, and it's almost like South Park. You could like just put Cartman dialogue into it, and it would just look natural. It's just, oh my God, it is. I see if I can find it, like the GIF of it. Of course, they use 3D animation. I think they use 3D animation in the Golden. Of course, this is a continuation, I think, to the Golden, to the movies, not the original. Of course, this is the original TV series. I heard the original TV series has a bit of a what the fuck ending that they can't really come back from. Does have the Guts theme, like the best anime theme ever. Yeah, I'm just trying
to... I thought another good reboot.
What's that?
Hellsing Ultimate.
Hellsing Ultimate, that's one that... I've never seen either Hellsing. But yeah, I know, didn't it? Because the original didn't follow the manga fully. I think it was like a...
The original was like a 13-episode series, but
yeah.
Ultimate's just so much better.
Because it actually follows the manga. I remember the OVAs. I remember because manga started releasing the OVAs and they wanted to put more than one OVA on like a disc. And then whoever had the license told them, no, you can't. You have to have one episode on a disc. And they're like, oh, well, we want to just shove loads of episodes on at a time. And yeah, Hunter x Hunter, that's another really good reboot. The original does look nice, but not very well paced. But the reboot really does well at pasting. Full Metal Alchemist is an interesting one. I still love the original Full Metal Alchemist. I think the original Full Metal Alchemist does get too much shit. I'm actually part writing a video about the original Full Metal Alchemist. But I will admit, it is nice that the manga got a full faithful adaptation. I remember people talking about it and they said, oh, I really wish one day they would make like Full Metal Alchemist, the manga, the anime. But of course, with Full Metal, I think this happens a lot with reboots, is the source material. Games, I guess I call it the Games of Thrones scenario. The source material, the source material is not complete, and they're like, we can't put it on hold. This is hot now. We can't go to filler. This is hot now. We have to end this. We have to carry on without the source material.
Oh, there's no sign of that new Games of Thrones book.
No. When didn't it get that last Game of Thrones book, and it was like
he's still on his ass writing it.
I just want to make the South Park reference.
Yeah.
Of course. What's that anime? I'm just trying to remember the name. I've not seen this anime yet, but I know the original came out in the 60s. Just looking, yeah. Dororo. That's
actually really good.
That's apparently another really good series. But you watch the original, like the original 60s is considered the first shonen series. So it shows you that it needed. I just like looking at the top ones. Said we got Kiro's Journey, Devilman.
It was Kiro's Journey. No, that wasn't a reboot. That was a sequel.
Yeah, they got it wrong here. Shaman King's got quite a high rep on this.
Shaman King was a reboot. Yeah,
that's a reboot. Rebuild of Evangelion's an interesting one. They got Otsusura-san that I consider a sequel because they reference
older.
They're older. They even say, wow, remember our original show and stuff like that. I can understand why people say it has elements of a reboot, that they're trying to make it appeal to a modern audience. But you could argue there could be almost what I could call like a demi reboot sequel. That's almost a sequel and a reboot at the same time. It's like continuing the original, but the idea is it's making it popular. Gatchaman crowds. That was really out there. That was, you want a reboot that just decides, here's the source material, put it in the bin.
It's like, but sometimes there's stuff that was live action has like a sort of anime adaptation sort of thing.
That's interesting.
Technically a bit of reboot.
Yeah, I guess you could see that.
I would put the Gridman universe as that.
Yes, Gridman. I'm just going to look that up because Gridman was a total.
Because that was originally a live action, but then
it became an anime. Well, that could be interesting because if you look at something like Super Sentai, that was originally is the source material for Power Rangers. So could you say Power Rangers is a remake of Super Sentai?
Maybe.
You could say that. You say, well, it's a reboot. I guess they took in the original thing. It's a different story. Yeah, I can realise you just open a whole can of worms. You say it's Gridman.
I opened a big can of worms here.
Yeah. Does Gridman reference the original universe being a...
Yes.
So I guess that's kind of a sequel. I guess we can call it a demi-sequel, being a sequel-remake. But technically it's a sequel. Because again, you get that sometimes with shows like Doctor Who does it a lot. I call it where it be. I guess any regeneration you can claim is and there's even points after regenerations when a Doctor's been going on. You feel like there's a season when they've gone, okay, we're going to have a season that's more cut down to like bring new viewers in. It's like they like doing that a lot. So yeah, you could consider them. As I said, I just realised, like, I thought it'd be easy just to say, "Oh, that's a sequel." We like have to create an entire new word, demi sequel reboot. I'm just trying to think of any other really good reboots we could. Of course, JoJo. We haven't talked about JoJo.
I can't believe we haven't talked about JoJo. We didn't
talk about JoJo. Because JoJo. This is the interesting.
There was the OVAs in the 90s.
This is weird because there was an OVA that was the second part of Stardust Crusaders.
Third part?
No, I mean, it's the end of Stardust Crusaders. The first OVA that was released was the second half of Stardust Crusaders. Then, I think in the year 2000, they made another OVA that was the first half
Phantom Blood
of Stardust Crusaders. And then 2007, they made the Phantom Blood movie. That to this day has not resurfaced.
Phantom Blood.
Yeah, Phantom Blood. Yeah, there's an entire JoJo movie that it came out in Japan in the cinemas. I've got pictures of it here, and it actually did so bad they wouldn't release it. And allegedly, one of the reasons, this is legit a reason that people have given to why it failed, was because Speedwagon wasn't given a starring role.
I can't fault them, to be honest.
Apparently, Araki said, and this is only a rumor, I actually have heard like more reasonable things of why it has never seen the light of day. But apparently, one of the reasons Araki said, Araki, of course, the creator JoJo, said, I don't like the movie because Speedwagon is essentially relegated to a minor villain. So yeah, it's like the reboot. It was so bad. I guess because the fact they've gone back around to part one, they were trying to get, because that was it. I think they were going to make part two as another movie, and I think it even got into pre-production. I think there's like some storyboards that have been leaked on the internet and stuff. And then what happened is that failed so hard, and of course in 2012, David Productions. Now I heard there's other reasons why this happened. I think that was one of them was due to a big controversy that happened with the original OVA where Dio is reading the Quran.
Yes.
And that's a big no-no. And
oh no.
And this is another interesting thing. Same thing happened with Fireman Sam. He's reading the Quran at some point, and yeah, it's just like a big no-no. You just don't do stuff. And it's like not like, oh, he's reading the Quran in the manga. No, in the manga, you can't even see like what he's reading. And it's also considering how Christian part 6 kind of gets that point. How Christian they make Dio in part 6. It is a bit. So yeah, so it was like, I think more the reason why David Productions kind of got the JoJo rights is because of the whole Quran thing. Getting out was about the time, I think about 2008, that was all thingy. And I think they even had to change other stuff in part 3. But yeah. So of course then we got the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure starting at part 1 from the start. Part 2 finally got and then they did part 3 again, of course, because part 3 the OVA doesn't adapt every single stand user. And
part 3 is the most popular part.
Yeah, it's the most popular part, so you understand why.
It's a cultural what's it point.
Yeah, and
it's a cultural milestone over there.
Yeah, so yeah, so we got part 3, and of course then we finally got part 4, part 5, and part 6, and hopefully one day we'll get part 7 and 8 and 9 whenever they were released.
I mean, it might be some. They got and the Rohan OVAs.
Yeah,
they got the Rohan OVAs.
They got live action JoJo as well.
Yeah,
Rohan got a live action. There's a part 4 live action. So it shows you just things get rebooted. So I guess you could count stuff like Cowboy Bebop, Netflix as a reboot.
Yeah.
That can of worms.
Also, you can like have stuff like movies as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the bad examples of movies like Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, Dragon Ball. So yeah, you could say Dragon Ball Evolution is a remake of Dragon Ball. A bad remake. That's a very faithful remake.
But it's like apparently we're going to be getting like rebuild like Penguin compilation movies this year. Whether there'll be a reboot or just a compilation remains yet to be seen. But knowing Ikuhara, there'll be some crazy shit in there.
You ever seen the Eureka 7 build movies?
No.
Oh my god. Why did I sorry, I got that wrong. You know they've recently started making Eureka 7 remake movies.
Yes.
It's funny because I bought it at MCM and I was like to Keith who I know there, and I was like, I'm really excited to finally see it. And he just gave me like the biggest sort of ooh. Before you watch this, I'm like, yes, Keith. He says like just to let you know the second one's way better. And I went, oh dear, what are you talking about? And he goes, okay, this film is good for 10 minutes. It's amazing for 10 minutes. It is, all new animation. It's great. The rest of the movie, no joke, is literally the television clips from the television show. Really out of order, really out of context, and all in 4:3. Get used to those 2 black bars at the side of the screen. And it's not even like a good retelling. It's like you'd have no idea who Eureka is. They don't even really explain who Eureka is. They talk a lot about Eureka in it. And it's just like... And then literally they have the cheek for the last minute of the movie going back to the really nice HD original footage of him going, and that's where we're up to. See you in the next movie where we'll actually have new animation. Oh my god, I've still not seen that second movie. I've heard good things about the second film, but it's just after that first one, I'm just a bit. Yeah, so I love this where we just chat about random general things.
Yeah.
Anything else that you wanna?
Yeah, it's like I've got one question.
Yeah.
What anime do you think deserves a reboot? And why?
Original Gundam, I already said, because it does. I'd love to see the original Gundam. I do understand why it's culturally people will probably always go, but I love that original OC. I got OC. Oh god, it's like all original characters now. Isn't it 78? I think it is. That's one thing I'd like to see. I'm trying to think. Of shows I'd really like to see them take a second swing at. I'm just trying to think of a show. I wouldn't mind seeing another Dead Man Wonderland, because it just ended really abruptly. I just more want to see how that show ended. I want to see the main character actually got justice for his bad treatment. That's a show I'd like to see them take another. But that's just more, I want to see how it ended. I'm just trying to think other shows that weren't well done, because I'm thinking other shows there was this one show that I keep watching on Japanese TV. It's by the guy who did Naruto. I can't remember its name, and it had
by Three Eyes.
No, not Beat by Three Eyes.
Because Naruto manga's got a brother who's in manga as well.
Yeah, no, I know Yo-Yo Hakaro. I wouldn't mind potentially seeing a new take on that, but then I will say the original 90s series is pretty watchable. So it's not overly. Can I remember? I know because it got really. The reason I'm looking this up is because it got released with it got released. The movie got released with this. I can't find it. Damn it! But it's just this show. But this show really inspired Naruto. But it only ran for about a year, like 52 episodes, and just really ends abruptly. They never finish it, and I just really would like to see this show like remade. The shame is that the show's totally fine to watch, but it just stops. They get I think the last episode he's helping them. I just need to find the anime now. It's so annoying. Anything you would while I'm looking for this anime, anything else you would?
I'd like to see a d.gray-man reboot.
I should have said that. I'll go to d.gray-man now.
Just because like there was a big chunk in the anime which was just filler and
I heard that. I didn't watch much d.gray-man back in the day, but I do remember what people were saying is they just wouldn't adapt parts of the manga and it would go to filler instead. It was almost like adapt a chapter, don't adapt a chapter, adapt a chapter, don't adapt a chapter.
The fan base is still there.
Yeah, I think that's something.
Slightly.
Yeah, I know
that would get some decent adaptation.
Yeah.
Not half-assed like Hallow was.
Yeah.
Get a decent adaptation. People will buy it.
That's why I was. That's why I was so shocked about Hollow. How like it came and went. I was like, you could have done a whole reboot there. You could have started over. I don't think people really wanted a continuation of this. I think people would have liked. Bleach is another one. I'm going to say this. I think Bleach may actually do well out of all of them. Bleach actually may. I know that. Are they doing? Like it all comes up.
Yeah, they're doing the last arc.
I know they're doing the last arc, and they probably will. But maybe another 10 years' time, I'd like them to have another swing at the original Bleach. I mean,
also another one.
Yeah,
I kind of want to see because they did actually cut out quite a big bit of the manga. Hitman Reborn.
Hitman Reborn. I haven't heard that. I have not heard that for years. I have not heard that anime for years. I never watched it. So that's another show that I could see that being a good reboot.
Yeah,
I really saw.
I'll tell you this now: there's a certain branch of fans would go feral.
Yeah, especially
absolutely feral.
I was about to start talking about Shaman King, but then I realised that Shaman King isn't owned by Shonen Jump anymore. So that's
no, they Kodansha own it.
Yeah, Kodansha. So I was about to say, after Shaman King, do you think the same people may go, Shaman King did well, let's pull out another sort of 2000? But I just remembered, no, it is Shikanta now, so it wouldn't be. I mean, technically, Shonen Jump could be looking at this, going, the Shaman King reboot people liked. Actually, most people seem to have forgotten about the Shaman King. See, I'm just trying to show. I'm just trying to remember. Okay, yes, that's the easy thing. I'm trying to remember this character. I'm trying to pick this character up, and I know he's in Jump Superstar. I wouldn't mind a reboot of the original Yu-Gi-Oh!
I think like Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero. Before they went into children's card games.
Yeah, before they just non-stop went to children. Yeah, I'd like to see more of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Just get another adaptation. That'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. He's not in the character I'm thinking is not in the first one. Is it Jump Ultimate? Yeah, he's in Jump Ultimate Stars, isn't it? Yeah, we are. It's Ninju. This guy. This show needs a reboot bad. This would be great if this show got a reboot. I keep catching bits in Japanese TV, and trust me, you can see where Naruto stopped. So much on this show. He literally uses Rasengan. He literally has the exact same move. I think literally the character looks almost like Rock Lee. He's like a little frog boy. He's not, of course, not thingy from Ranking of Kings. But yeah, no, that'd be. I'm just trying to think of other shows. We're just gonna list shows that just really, really need a reboot. This has been fun. Right.
But you could say at the same time, it's like. People, why are we just doing reboots and stuff?
Why don't we make things that never got made the first time round?
That's otherwise get into a problem that's plaguing Western media at the moment, it's like reboot everything.
Yeah. So that's probably why they don't reboot absolutely everything. Everything will have its time.
It's
maybe...
like sometimes you need like new ideas and new things.
Yeah. But yeah, I think overall it's been quite interesting. Yeah, no, I was saying it's just interesting to see what gets rebooted, what doesn't get rebooted. Of course, Shonen Jump is always coming out with new material, so it'll be interesting. Of course, we got Spy X Family coming out.
Yeah, that's coming out in spring. I so want to see that.
So hopefully we'll get some nice cool new adaptations of stuff. Right, is there anything else you want to add on to the reboot thing? Reboot?
I think that is all.
And that is all. I think. Well, this is going to be one of our shorter episodes. Not too much time editing. Hooray! So yeah, that was Anime UK. As you said, we still will be around on the channel. Of course, we are on Twitter at Anime UK.
As you said, I'm Rebecca, and
I'm Timothy. So yes, it'll be wonderful. We're looking forward to seeing you at MianiCon. Of course, London Film Comic Con will just come a bit before that. So hopefully you've got some fun new content. Hopefully you will all enjoy that. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like and press the bell icon. We're almost at 125 subscribers. We're one subscriber away. So if you could please, you could be that lucky 125th.
You won't win anything.
You won't win anything. You know, before you say that, you won't win it. You just get the honour of being the 125th. But you know you've done your good deed for the day. But anyway,
you've done a good deed for the algorithm.
Good deed for our algorithm. But until next,
so you can probably sleep fine, all right.
And don't forget check out our new videos. Hopefully Rebecca will have some unboxing coming up. And
I've got one, and we'll get some other bits and whatnot.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have some more videos. I do have some scripts writing at the moment. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye bye everyone.
Bye bye.